lot of times with the business owners, they have these ideas, they have these visions, and they want to get somewhere. However, they write everything down, but it's very incomplete. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna give two people incomplete information, and then I'm also gonna add some friction when it comes to communication. Because a lot of times they think, they hear things, they want things, but they don't effectively communicate it to the team. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna limit the leaders from being able to talk to their teams. All right, here are the rules before you open this up. Once you open this up, you have to fold it back up and keep it in your pocket. You can't share it with anybody. So nobody can see this except for you. Your eyes only for each one. Do you have any questions on what's on there?
Well, how do we know how to get to the park?
Those are your instructions.
Which park?
Those are your instructions.
Any park?
What, right? Pay close attention to the board, okay? Yep. Remember your name and where you're at. Questions?
What's the asterisk?
You'll find out.
What does it mean when they're in a circle?
You'll find out.
Is there, do we have to remember the order?
Just remember where you're at. Oh, by the way, this and all of this needs to come with.
Are we not talking?
Where's the map? Do you want to give us the map, Greg?
All right, let's go.
Kira, are we supposed to follow you?
Watch out for them gators.
Oh, you drop that coconut. Greg, give the map to whoever's most.
All right, so can we talk? We could talk to each other.
Who can talk? Can I talk? But you can't talk.
He can't talk.
Hey, everybody can talk but you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So you're trying to figure out a map?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other rules we should know about? We don't talk. How
Mm.
many are there? How many? Are there 3 more
The
rules?
leaders.
4 more?
I bet in that moment they wish they could talk. They wish they could talk to their team, be like, all right, this is how I want it, this is the way I want it. Whereas now they're like, man, I just want you guys to get here, but they're not able to communicate that. So it's like communication after the fact, and I want to get to the point where they're communication before the fact. All right, let's go, time up. Move, move, move. Okay.
Move, motherfuckers.
Hey, I think you and Kiro could talk to each other, bro.
It's just that over there, right?
Why are you talking?
I'm not allowed to talk to my team.
No, you're not allowed to talk.
Damn it.
Pays to be a winner, let's go!
Switching a little bit.
I got,
Grab onto it.
Yeah.
Back here.
I'm good. Need a little bit of break, let me know.
Are you looking at that map here? I know, you can't talk.
Why are you talking?
Are we going the right direction? Wow! Those are fantastic instructions!
All right, let's go, come back! Hurry up! Team, you got 30 seconds! Shit's on fire right now. Woo! All right, put everything down, including the bag.
Yeah, that one's a bitch.
Kiro, first, what'd you take away from that?
Communication's key.
Communication's key, what do you mean?
You can't communicate to the group what to do and expect them to have an understanding if you can't communicate right.
Very, very difficult to give instruction without being able to communicate. And if I don't have clear instructions myself, how could I communicate to the next piece?
What do you mean by clear instructions yourself? Explain that.
So if you said there was a map, it wasn't a clear map. It was a map, but it wasn't like, here's an SOP of exactly how you make a right, make a left, and do this, and then you'll get the prize. It was like vague, figure it out, and now I have to take that information and pass it on to the team. We're gonna fail, and that's what we did.
Does anybody ever do that to their employees?
Oh no.
So let's talk about communication So obviously it was hard communicating to the team because you couldn't communicate. But then think about the team. Who in the team was like, we got to figure this out, and was like, started asking questions. Went to the leader and said, hey, what are we doing? Where are we going? How do I do this? All these things, right?
So when I came to Kiro initially to ask him a question and he's frustrated, he was like, right? That's what came out. Instead of like, cause he wanted, he's like, it's here, but like, when he starts doing some shit and he's painting the floor and fucking, I don't know what you're talking about. Did everybody notice he gave instructions very quickly, and everybody's like walking up there, what the fuck? Did you hear what he said? I don't know. Did you know what he said? Or you know what we're doing? Right? But if we're not clear as leaders and we don't paint that vision very clearly, does that end up on our teams? Hey, where are we going? Why are we going there? What's the objective?
Where were your teams? Behind you.
Yeah.
Right? So at some point there's a push and a pull, right? In the beginning, you may have to pull your team, but that should only be a little bit. And at some point you're gonna have to push them a little bit, nudge them in the right direction. But at some point they should be able to run without you.
It's like riding a bike. You gotta hold them, and then they're like, you got it. You sure me? Let me go. Yeah. And then they're off.
And then they're off. So they thought they were against each other. Yeah, because I had them set. I was like, pick one. They picked one, and
But
I was
Jay
like,
made that assumption.
yeah,
That's so interesting.
yeah.
And isn't it interesting from a competitive perspective that we all broke out into our own separate teams? We were like, fuck those guys. And we're all trying to, versus collaboration. Where collaboration is the new currency, which we keep talking about. Like, he didn't actually give that instruction. That was just
A mental map.
that was just a mental map of how we see the world, which is that we see the world as a competition.
And that's what happens. And what part is that? When I'm saying, hey, pays to be a winner, pays to be a winner. So what is that? That's all those outside people influencing you indirectly and taking you away from your, who every day pull you away from your belief that collaboration is the new currency.
We didn't even know what that meant. And we've all had one particular voice that was exceptionally loud saying, it pays to be a winner. It pays to be a winner. It pays to fucking be a winner. It pays to be a winner. So then we developed this mentality like, fuck all these other guys, right? And we're only singularly focused on ourselves instead of trying to collaborate as a team.